Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Welcome to another episode of Honest Conversations with Chinaza Favour. You are very welcome. You are very welcome. Give me a second. Let me invite every other person who needs to be here. Share this link to everyone you know that needs to be in this conversation because we are going to have an amazing time as usual. Come on. I hope my mic is loud enough. Go ahead and share with your friends. Welcome again. It's good to have you here. If you are on, please comment, okay, so that I will see you. Hello, Glorious. Thanks for being here. Good evening. Good evening. Welcome, 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 welcome. Honest Conversations with Chinaza Favour. You're very welcome. Today we'll be having a very important discussion, a very important conversation that needs to be talked about because we have gone too far. We have labeled it altogether bad, and some have labeled it altogether good. So we want to know if there's a balance to this thing that we're about to discuss. If you're on, please share this link to your friends, your family who need to be here. Come on. A sec. I'm waiting. We have just one person here. Let's have more people. Hello. One person still? Okay. All right, so before others join, while we wait for them to join, let's get started on the conversation. So today we'll be having a very wonderful conversation, and that is peer pressure. We'll be talking about peer pressure, whether it is altogether good or not. Peer pressure, is it altogether good or is it bad? Is there a balance to this thing called peer pressure? Is it really that bad? And for some who think it is good, is it really good? So let's talk about it. So when you hear peer pressure, what comes to your mind? What comes to your mind? This is a conversation and I need us to be very, very interactive. Welcome. If you're watching the replay, you're very welcome. If you are joining live, you're very, very welcome. I hope to have a very wonderful time with you tonight. As always, I am your host, Chinaza Favour, and this is another episode of Honest Conversations with Chinaza Favour. So let me know, what do you think? What comes to your mind when you hear peer pressure? Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments. Peer pressure, what comes to your mind when you hear peer pressure? Because a lot has gone under the water, under the bridge. A lot has happened, and we all keep blaming peer pressure for things that happen. And most of the time, we blame peer pressure when it is a bad thing that's happened. But when it's a good thing that happens, we call it something else. But tonight, we want to look very well into this topic, into this phenomenon, and know if there are ways to harness the power of peer pressure and if there are ways to cut down its effect on us. When I mean that, I mean the negative aspects of peer pressure. So let me know in the comment section, what do you think of peer pressure? What comes to your mind when you hear peer pressure? Let me know, let me know, let me know. Let me know. I can't see your comments for some reason. I'm trying to wake other people that are sleeping. They are not here. Waiting for your comments. All right, so since nobody is saying anything, let me go ahead and have this conversation. All right, so peer pressure, I have a couple of definitions here, and I want us to look into it. Peer pressure, the first one that I have here is that peer pressure is the direct or indirect influence on people of peers, members of a social group with similar interests, experiences, and social status. I'm going to. Okay, someone says that my voice is low. All right, let's switch mics. Let's go old school. Okay. Is my voice better now? Is my voice better now? Can you hear me better? Please let me know in the comments. Is it better now? Can I proceed? Let me know. Okay, Rebecca says it's okay now. All right. So I have a definition here. Apoluwa Falusi says, peer pressure means doing something because you want to feel accepted and valued by friends. Exactly. Doing something because you want to feel accepted and valued by friends. Do I have another definition here? Peer pressure. Peer pressure. Let's just talk. Let's just talk about this. Another person would call it menace, something that's not good, but I don't want to look at it in that direction or from that perspective. Let's just talk about peer pressure. Doing something because you want to feel accepted and valued by friends. Is that bad in itself? Is that bad in itself? If someone comes to you and asks, what is peer pressure? I want another definition. Let's talk. The other definition that I have here is that it is the influence on your behavior from a group you interact with socially or professionally. It is the influence on your behavior from a group you interact with socially or professionally. The third definition that I have here is that peer pressure is the pressure you feel to behave a certain way because of the actions of the people around you. The pressure you feel to behave a certain way because of the action of the people around you. Now, is that bad in itself? Is peer pressure bad in itself? Is it bad in itself? Rebecca says, peer pressure means doing something to feel among others. Okay. Right. We're in Nigeria and power supply has been power supply has been restored. Yes, English is not anybody's mate here. So peer pressure is doing something to feel like you belong, right? So is that bad in itself? Is that really bad in itself? Is there a time that it is good and is there a time that it is bad? Is there a time that it is positive? Is there anything like positive peer pressure? Is there anything like negative peer pressure? Because on the normal, when you hear peer pressure, what comes to our mind is the negative. Like, it's negative, it's not bad, it's not good, don't give in to peer pressure and all that. But is it really that bad? Isn't there a good side to this? My view of things has always been to look at it from different perspectives and see how exactly it's serving me. I don't follow the trends. I don't follow what every other person says because every other person is saying it. I like to think of things. I like to have my own understanding of things and perception so that I can apply it to to myself as it applies to me. So Rebecca says it has negative part and positive side. Okay. All right. So tonight we are going to look at the different effects of peer pressure, or the different kinds of peer pressure, the negative peer pressure and the positive peer pressure. While I was conducting my research on this, I noticed that I saw that actually it's not altogether bad. Like people try to make it look, it's not altogether bad. It's not like without that you can that everything that has to do with peer pressure is bad. Let's talk about the bad aspects of peer pressure first before we talk about the positive sides that I have come across. So, what are the negative effects of peer pressure? This is not going to be a very long conversation, I promise. By 9:45, we should be out of here. That is, if it will be up to that. What are the negative effects of peer pressure? What comes to your mind? Like, what comes to your mind when you hear, oh, she did that because she was pressured by her friends? What are the negative sides of peer pressure? When I think of that, when I think of negative effects of peer pressure, I think of the fact that it causes, it challenges moral codes and it challenges values. It challenges moral codes and it challenges values and beliefs and what people think of themselves and the values that people have been able to build over time. Now, let's look at it this way. When you are asked to mind your circle, when you are asked to be careful of the people you go out with, when you message someone and say, I want to be your friend, what are you doing? You are subjecting yourself to the pressure that comes with being that person's friend, right? You are subjecting yourself to the pressure that comes with being in that person's circle. So whatever circle of influence that you have, that is the pressure you are subjecting yourself under. And it could be good, it could be bad. So when it is bad is when it challenges moral conduct, when it challenges ethics, when it challenges rules that are good, that don't in any way harm anyone, when it challenges what should be made for later, what should be kept for later, when it makes you to do what is left for later. Let's say you are moving with a group of people who are underaged. Let's say you're 16 or you're 17 and you're moving out with people who drink. There is no way you will not drink. There's no way you will not be pressured into drinking. While I was doing my research, I saw that there's something that are called spoken pressure and unspoken pressure, direct pressure and indirect pressure. One way or the other, the people that you hang out with will always affect you. That is peer pressure. That is peer pressure. And when we hear peer pressure, I don't know why I keep saying peer pressure. When you hear peer pressure, it's not just about kids. It's not just about teenagers. Adults have peers. If you have friends, they are your peers. And whatever you get to do because of them is the pressure that you are subjected to because you are in their circle, right? So this peer pressure cuts across every single age bracket that exists. Oh, our grandparents have their own their own peer pressure that they are dealing with, good or bad. So when it is bad is when it does not make you good person. It doesn't lead in a positive direction. It doesn't make you develop as a person. That is where peer pressure is bad. I'm not going to dwell on that because I think it is already very clear that being that it's what it is normally called, the negative peer pressure is generalized to be peer pressure. But we're not going to dwell mostly on that. We're going to dwell more on the positive kind of peer pressure. I remember when I registered for an online event with my mentor last year, December. In that event, when people were, hello, Mr. Lucky, thanks for joining. It's good to have you here. In that event, there were so many people there. It's a highly paid event. I saved up to be part of that event. So when people were there, when we were there, and it was an online meeting, and people were told to introduce themselves, come and see CV, come and see biography, come and see accomplishments. People were reeling out what they have done, what they've achieved over time. I think I was one of the youngest people there. People were just reeling out portfolios. At some point, I became very, very insecure. I started asking myself, Chinaza, are you even supposed to be in this circle? These people are too big for you to be in their circle. You're just getting started. You should go and move with your mates. So, but then another mind came to me, Chinaza, you paid to be in this class, and you have your reason for being here. So if you paid, every other person here paid. You paid the same amount every other person here paid. You didn't pay less than anyone here paid. So you deserve to be in this circle. And whatever pressure you're getting here is the good kind of pressure. It is the good kind of pressure, the kind that will make you move in a higher speed than you are already moving. It's the kind that will make you see what you wouldn't see ordinarily if you were moving with people in your circle, in your own little space. So while they were talking about their accomplishments and all that, it dawned on me that actually what I dream of is not impossible. What I want to be is not just a dream. It is actually possible for me to be who I want to be because these people are already accomplished. Even though they will tell you that they have not even started, they will tell you that they have not started, but they have already accomplished so much. So I took that pressure as the good kind. I took it wholeheartedly and I am working with it. It's one of the reasons that from January till now, I have been able to accomplish a lot in my life just because of the pressure I subjected myself under or to in December. And after the event, I still followed these people. I still followed these people. Right now, I follow every single one of those people, and seeing them achieve great things pushes me also to achieve great things too. So peer pressure is not just about people that are in your age bracket. It could be people that you are, like I said in the other definition, that it is the influence in your behavior from a group you interact with socially or professionally. The people that you interact with socially or professionally, they can influence your behavior, they can influence your attitude, they can influence your perception. They can either improve it or make it worse. But we already know about the worse, the bad kind of peer pressure. So I'm dwelling on the positive. If you're just joining, this is Honest Conversations with Chinaza Favour, and we are discussing peer pressure, right? Its effect on us, whether it's good or bad. Hello, Michael, Debbie. Thanks for tuning in. You always join. Thanks for always joining. Thank you. So, peer pressure, it is, I like to see it as positive. My mentor once said that peer pressure is bad when you are in the wrong circle. That's when you say that peer pressure is bad, it means your circle needs to change. Your circle really needs to change because if they're not helping you to be better, if they're not helping you to grow, if they're not challenging your beliefs, if they're not challenging your goals, and by challenging I mean making you feel like your goals are too small, that is the kind of pressure you want. The kind of pressure where you come and you share your goals with a certain group of people and they tell you, wait, hold on. So this is all you can do. This is all you can conceive. They challenge you to be more. And if you have people that are in your circle that are doing great things, whether your age mates or not, if you surround yourself with people who are go-getters, it is not debatable that in the next few in the next few months, in the next few years, you also will be a go-getter because their influence makes you to change. You don't even realize it. That's why some some pressure are unspoken, some of them are indirect. They don't have to impose what they want you to do, but they're just going and doing what they're doing, but you are being challenged to be a better person. If you are a chain smoker and you want to get better, you want to be a better person, you'd have to change your peers. You have to change your circle. Your peers are just your friends. The pressure you feel from them will determine how far you go. It will determine the quality of life that you have, the quality of your relationships, to a very large degree, determines the quality of life that you will have. Peer pressure. Who are your peers? That will form the basis for whether they are good or whether they are bad. Whether the pressure you're going to get is good or whether it is bad. If you move with people who, if you're a Christian and you move with people who don't value your Christian beliefs, who don't hold your Christian beliefs dear, who challenge your Christian beliefs all the time, who do things that are opposite what you believe in your Christian life, it's only a matter of time before you fall off. If you are a student and you want to be an A student, if you move in the company of people who don't take studies seriously, you wouldn't be an A student. But if you move in the company of people who are just bookworms, truth is, it's only a matter of time before their behavior begins to influence you. Their behavior will just automatically influence you. You don't even have to try so hard, because when you raise your head, this person is busy reading, this person is busy researching, this person is busy solving one question or the other. You start feeling left out, like, what is going on? Before time, you start feeling that urge to even to study. Give yourself a couple of weeks, you will be a bookworm. And A is guaranteed. A first class is guaranteed. If not a first class, a high 2-1 is guaranteed. So peer pressure is not altogether bad. It just depends on the quality of the people that are around you. It just depends on the quality of the relationships that you keep. If you have peers who, if you're married and you have peers who beat their wives, or you have peers who beat their husbands, you have friends who talk down on their husbands or their wives, people who don't take their marriages seriously, if you have those kinds of people and you're married, it's only a matter of time before their behavior starts to influence you, before you start talking down on your own wife, before you start beating your husband, before you start treating your spouse badly. And it's not like they did anything or that they changed. You are the one who is changing, who are changing, and you don't even realize it because of the people you are hanging out with. That is indirect peer pressure, because when they have these conversations, your mind is there. Your mind is like a sponge. It soaks every information and it begins to process it at its own time. It begins to see it normal that you can shout on your spouse, you can reject her meal, you can do this, you can do that. It becomes normal because the people that you relate with see it as normal. Peer pressure is not altogether bad, and it can be good if you are intentional about the relationships that you keep. If you are very, very intentional about the people that you keep in your circle. Now, peer pressure does not only mean the people that you call friends, all right? Peer pressure also stems from the people that you follow. This is the world of social media. Everybody is following one person or the other. Who are you following? Who are you looking up to? Actually, we should look up to God. But who are you trying to model after? Do you know that the information that you subject yourself to, that you expose yourself to every day, are precious? They are precious. They are going to affect you one way or the other. They are going to affect your decision making. They're going to affect the quality of your life. Do you know that? That is why I don't follow so many people. When when I come to people's Instagrams and I see that they're following thousands of people, I'm like, what exactly are you following? You see this, follow me back on Instagram. I don't do it. Why? I am very careful with what I want to see. If you find my contents valuable enough to follow me so that you see them, fine. But don't pressure me into following you. I don't know what value you have. And if I go to your profile, to your account, and I see nothing valuable there, I have no reason to follow you. And I have where I am going. I'm following experts. I'm following people who are intentional and who are already in that direction that I'm going. The pressure that I get from what they do, it's pressure. It's pressure. It's pressure. When I read their contents, when I see what they are doing, I am spurred to do more. There's someone on my Facebook, we're not close friends, but I follow her a lot. I follow her. She is a go-getter. She's just amazing. She's my age mate, but she's just amazing. She has done so well for herself. Like, she is burning bright. So sometimes I feel challenged by what she is doing. I mean, how could she do this? How is she doing this? Chinaza, if she can do this, then you can do this too. That is pressure. It's intentional. It is 100% intentional. Who are you following online? What kind of content are you exposing yourself to? What kind of notifications do you receive? If you move in the company of people who comment on every gossip site, my mentor would call it gutters of social media. If you move with people who comment on, who are found on the gutters of social media or in the gutters of social media, you will be the second person or the next person. You find yourself saying it's okay to make savage comments. After all, it's savage. The internet doesn't forget. Who are your peers? Who are your friends? Whose circle are you in? Next week we'll be discussing boundaries. It was supposed to be today's topic, but I had to talk about peer pressure first so that we can talk about boundaries next week. When you know your boundaries, you will be able to, when you know where you're headed, you'll be able to guard yourself and create boundaries that are healthy for you. You create the enabling environment for your dreams and your goals to thrive. Not everybody is going to accept you. Not everybody is going to agree with your point of view. Not everybody is going to want to be your friend. They're going to tell you that you are doing too much, or that you show off a lot, or that you think you are too knowledgeable. Please, you are not supposed to be there. If you are in any circle and you're made to feel less than you are, you're made to feel insecure. And by insecure, I mean insecure about what you cannot change about yourself. Let's say your body, your complexion, your physique. You cannot change anything about that. The shape of your teeth. If they make you feel bodily insecure, or they make you feel insecure because of where you're coming from, things that you cannot change about yourself, you are not supposed to be in that circle. It is toxic. So you take your leave and go to where you are needed. And if you cannot find where you are needed, start with needing yourself. Be your own pressure. Be your own peer and influence yourself. When you become who you want to relate with, people will get that energy in you will send signals out. And you see the right people coming to you. It's not that hard. It's just we who make it look very, very hard. Like, I cannot, they don't accept me. They don't like me. You don't need to be liked. You don't need to be accepted by the wrong people. Peer pressure is doing something so that you can be accepted by friends or peers, right? Now, what if those people are not the people you should be trying to impress? I want to impress my go-getter friends. I want to be accepted in circles of people who are dream chasers, who go after their dreams by all means, and they get it. When they see how you are going after your dreams, when they see that you are someone who cannot back down until you get your dreams, they're going to have to accept you in their circle. I mean, that circle that you want to be in. So I had a mentee of mine, not a mentee, someone who follows me on social media. She was celebrating her birthday. She was to celebrate her birthday, and she kept on sending me messages. It's my birthday. Oh, it's my birthday. I think she started sending me messages. I think a month to the birthday self, and then weeks to the birthday, and a week to the birthday, days to the birthday. On the day of her birthday, she also sent me a message that it's her birthday. I saw the desperation in her. I didn't say anything. I didn't wish her happy birthday that morning. I waited until it was almost 12 in the night. And then I sent voice notes to her. I told her, darling, you don't get recognized by desperation. If you want to be in any circle, you don't have to beg for it. You have to prove that you deserve to be in that circle. And this is not me being proud. This is me just telling you what life is. It's not going to sound so good. It's not going to sound so palatable, but continue building. Continue building. It'll get to a point where when it's your birthday, I will have to personally celebrate you without you even asking. You don't have to be pressured. You don't have to be desperate to be celebrated by someone. Keep adding value to yourself. Keep doing what you're doing. You're already doing so well for yourself. Keep on with that. In no time, these people you are begging to celebrate you will have to celebrate you on their own. They will feel left out if they don't celebrate you because every other person is celebrating you. And after that conversation, she is going big now. She is going big. Big. That was the pressure she needed to step up. I was not her I was not a direct influence on her, but what I told her had to help her to do better. Who are in your circle? What are you doing? What are you doing? There's this saying that if you are in the company of 5 foolish people, you'll be the 6th foolish person. That is very, very true. There's another quote that says, if you are in the company of 5 millionaires, you will be the 6th millionaire. Isn't that all about peer pressure? Isn't that what we are talking about? The influence that your circle has on you, the influence that the people you interact with have on you. It's not altogether bad. When you hear peer pressure, please remove that mindset that it's not good, it's not good. It can be good. Being in the right circle will make you restless for your dreams, will make you restless for your goals until you achieve them. When you are in the company of someone, when you become, let's say you come from a place where it's okay to be disorganized. Not bad, actually, but it's okay to be disorganized. And you move to school and you're a student, you had to move in with a roommate. And this roommate of yours is very organized. Everything that she owns is very, very organized. She doesn't let anything to move out of place. And if she is very strong on her values, the thing is, soon you will have to step up your organization game because she will influence you. She may not have to tell you, oh, you are being too disorganized. She may not have to tell you that. But when you see the way she arranges her things, she's able to find what she keeps at different places. You will be forced, indirectly, unspoken, you'll be forced to start organizing your things better. If you're married to someone who uses toothpaste, who presses it from the middle, and you press from the bottom, either of you can influence each other. there's no way it will continue like that. Either of you will influence the other. That is pressure. Whoever you interact with is your peer. Whoever you interact with is your peer. Whatever circle you find yourself in, they are your peers. The question is just, are they the good kind of people? Good, not in the sense of being morally good or not. Good in the sense that they are the people that you should be in their circle. People whose moral values or whose morals align with yours. People whose moral conduct align with yours, whose values and work ethics align with yours. And even if they don't, and you say that these people are higher than me and they are going to help me get to where I need to get to, you find your way to their circle because they are going to help you to get there, even without speaking to you, even without telling you anything. Peer pressure, not altogether bad. And I am intentionally exposing myself to the hard kind of pressure. You should too. You should too. Peer pressure this is another topic for another conversation, but peer pressure will make you jealous. It will make you jealous in the sense that when you see them do these things that they are doing, you become jealous. Like, why is it them that are doing it? And if you channel your jealousy well, you are going to be able to achieve what they're achieving, because jealousy is a need. You cannot be jealous of what you don't desire. This is going to be another topic for a different section of honest conversations. Jealousy is a desire for what you have. You feel that way because this person is doing what you would want to do. So it is a pointer that you can do it. Just get started. Who are your peers? Who do you hang out with? What kind of knowledge, what kind of information do you expose yourself to? Who do you follow? These people have a way of influencing your behavior. And if you want to get better as a person, you have to be very intentional about the people that you relate with, the people that you allow into your space. Stop feeling the need to be wanted by everyone. If they make you insecure, you don't belong in that circle. If they make you feel unwanted, you don't belong in that circle. Go and work on yourself. The right people will come by. Go and work on yourself. Value attracts value. Quality attracts quality. When you are intentional about your life, intentional people will come to you. The same way you see another intentional person and you are intentional, you would want to move in the direction of that person. Peer pressure. It's not altogether bad and it's not altogether good. It can be both ways, still depending on the quality of the relationships that you keep, the quality of the friendships that you keep, the quality of your circle, the quality of the people that you follow, the quality of their content. I know people who have been following me, the messages I get every single day, I'm not able to keep up with the numerous messages that I get. But most of the content of the messages are, thank you for everything you do online. Thank you for the content that you put out. Thank you for the content that you put out. They have helped shape my life. Why? They were subjecting themselves to the pressure that my articles and my content bring. I intentionally subject myself to articles and content that challenge me also. So don't limit yourself. Don't limit what you can do. Don't limit anything that you want to be. You can be anything that you want to be if you are in the right circle, because no man is an island here. You are a social being. It's necessary that you relate with people, that you have peers, But then have the right kind of peers, have the right kind of people. Surround yourself with the right kind of people who will help you to achieve your goals, who will help you to be your very best. I know people who say, because I became a friend to this person, I have become a totally different person in a good direction. Peer pressure is not altogether bad. Are you following? Is anybody here? Please let me know if you're still with me in the comment section. It seems I have talked for a long time and it feels like this is a monologue. This is supposed to be a conversation. Please let me know if you are following in the comments and if you've been finding this valuable. Peer pressure is good. It's good. It's good. Subject yourself to the kind of pressure that makes you dream bigger. I have a playlist on my phone, a playlist, an album that, okay, sis says, yes. You always join, sis. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. I have this playlist in my phone that my mentor recommended to every of us that he mentors. But I take words seriously. I take it personally. So I'll take it recommended to me. So this playlist is an album. And whenever I listen to that album, my God, I just feel this fire in my spirit. Like it's just like, Chinaza, you can be anything you want to be. You can be any single thing. Everything you want to be is possible to you. That is the pressure I am subjecting myself to. The songs there will make you feel like you're not even started yet. Subject yourself to that kind of pressure. Have friends that push you. Have friends that push you even past your limits in the good direction, not in the negative. I don't even have any business with the negative direction, with the negative kind of peer pressure, because I am too intentional to have people who make me insecure. Nah. These days, someone said in the crossover session that I told you I paid for with my mentor, one of the speakers says, if you are in this meeting, it hurts. He said, if you are in this meeting and you are here for me to, and you're waiting for me to tell you how to set goals, to teach you about goal setting, about discipline, that you are in the wrong place. He told my mentor, John, you have to refund that person, because I'm not here to teach you about goal setting. I'm not here to teach you about planning. I'm here to teach you about things that are bigger, because goal setting should come natural to you the same way brushing your teeth should come natural to you. Planning and vision boarding should come natural to you the same way you breathe. So I'm not here to teach you how to set goals. So why did I bring up that? Why did I bring that up? Because the time has passed when we hammer on letting go of people who don't serve you, on moving, on being intentional about the people that are in your circle. The time that we are in now, the dispensation we are in now, is identifying the people that you need to move along with, the people that are going to help you to get to where you're going to, not people that will be bringing you down. We are done with relationships that don't add value to us. What we are talking about now is the people that are supposed to add value to us, the relationships that are going to help us to dream bigger, to aim higher. So negative peer pressure is not even on the table at all anymore for me. It's not on the table anymore for me. Someone is saying that I should recommend the album for you. Are you sure I should recommend it for you now? If you've been viewing my Instagram stories, I used to put the song, I used to put different kinds, their songs on my videos or pictures. The album is Metamorph by The Score. Normal Score, The Score. And the album is Metamorph. They have other albums, but this particular one is fire. You all should go and listen to it. There was one that says, it isn't in my blood to surrender. I remember who I am in the face of my fears. That song, oh God, I remember when I heard it for the first time, I cried. I was just shedding tears. I was restless. I was panting up and down the room. Chinaza, you cannot surrender. You cannot give up on your dreams now. You just cannot. It's not even in your blood to surrender. When you are faced with obstacles, remember who you are. In the face of your fears, remember. In the face of those challenges, remember who you are. And that was where, if you were part of my writing challenge, or if you saw the writing challenge that I put out, I got the topic of the writing challenge, not writing challenge, the video that I made on my Facebook. I think it has to be one of the most popular videos I've ever made. Refuse to be another face in the crowd. I got that line. I don't want to be just another face in the crowd. I picked it up because when I listen to songs, I listen to the lyrics first. If the lyrics make sense to me, then the sound comes second. So I paid attention, and that line stood out for me completely. I don't want to be another face in the crowd. It's made me to think deeply. I cannot just add to the number. I don't even want to start talking about that because I will blow this place up if I should. So subject yourself to the right kind of pressure. Subject yourself to the right kind of heat and force. Let the people that you move with be the people that are go-getters. Be intentional about the circle that you keep. Don't even be huge on having lots of friends. Follow people that are go-getters and have just a very tiny circle of friends. My friends are the people that I call friends are not up to 4. They're not up to 3. The people that I call friends, they are not up to 3 that I call friends, that I can share my goals with. They're not. Are they even up to 2? Honestly, you don't want to have a lot of people or have lots of voices. Know where you are headed and be focused. Follow people who are focused and have a few friends who are focused. There's nothing that will be impossible for you to do with God on your side, because we cannot take God out of the picture. Of course not. We cannot take him out of the picture. It's already past 45 minutes past 8, past 9 that I said I was going to stop. So if you have any question, please drop it in the comments. I hope you found this session valuable. Next week, we are going to be talking about boundaries. Boundaries. After next week's episode, some persons are going to hate you, but that is fine because we are intentional people. We are intentional about where we are going, and we are intentional about what we allow into our lives. So we are going to be talking about boundaries, its need, and how to know yours and communicate your boundaries very well. All right. So let me know if you have any question in the comments. Just drop your questions. I am willing to answer for the next 5 minutes. Okay, Omolola is asking, how do I join the right circles? First of all, you have to know who you are. You have to know where you are headed. Okay? Because without the right understanding of who you are, you will not even know the right place to be in. So you have to know who you are, where you are headed, so that you can know where you can fit in. Sister Faith says, follow who no road. Yes, so follow who no road. You get why? You get why. Omolola, know who you are. Be clear on who you are. Be clear on your values. Be clear on where you are headed. And then start building yourself. Start developing yourself. Personal development is a huge thing that it sounded more like a cliche that everyone is into personal development, but it is still very important. Because even if you want to be in the right circle, you need to develop yourself to the point where they see you valuable enough to even accept you into their circle. Right? So develop yourself, and try to find people who are headed where you are headed. Our destinations are different, but there are people who you know that being in this circle is going to help me. Being acquainted with this person is going to help me. Now, what you would do is don't just go, like people will come to me, I want to be your friend, ma. Don't do it. It can be off-putting, especially if the person has lots of messages like me that receives hundreds of messages in a day. Just get to know the person. Just ask, how are you? I hope you are well. Just be interested in what they do. Appreciate what they do. I think you are doing amazingly well. Thank you for being so intentional about your life. Thank you. Don't even start with, I want to be in your circle. I want you to mentor me. It does not work. It does not work. Believe me. They will just block you. If not physically, mentally, they're going to turn off your signal. Because it's normal for everyone to want to be my friend. I'm not talking about myself. I mean the intentional person. So don't start with, I want to be your friend. Just send them messages. Lucky James, he's not here tonight. I don't know if he is. I have not seen his comments. That is his tactic. Anyone he wants to work with or familiarize with, that's what he does. He will just continue texting you, checking up on you, telling you that you are doing well. You know, if if you're not where you're supposed to be, let's say during the crossover session that we had with John Obidi last year, I was not. I think his birthday. I was not at his birthday hangout early enough, so Lucky James had to message me. I didn't see you at the hangout. I hope all is well. Just that thoughtfulness that he looked around and he didn't see me and he had to come and ask me shows that he is interested. He paid attention to the fact that this is someone that I follow and it is normal that I should be in this place and I'm not. So his thoughtfulness was what endeared me to him. If he had come to tell me, I want to be in your circle, I would have just blocked him mentally. So don't start with, I want to be in your circle, I want to be your friend. No. If you find them valuable enough, make sure you comment on their articles, because this is social media, so we can easily connect with people that we want to connect with. Unlike the other days when it's even impossible to reach out to people that you want to relate with, right? So make yourself visible to them. What's it called? What's this word again? Service. Serve. The importance of service cannot be overemphasized. Whether they are above you or your peers, as long as you want something from them, as long as you want to be in their circle, be willing to serve. Hey, you are doing so well. What can I do? If you have any skill, I'm into graphic designing. I can help design your flyers or your quotes for you to improve your content. There's no way this person will not want to be identified with you because you have something that they want. Over time, it's not going to be a service and it's not going to be a give and take relationship. It's going to be a mutual relationship. And both of you grow. You see them start introducing you to their other friends who are go-getters too. This has happened with me several times. And me, it's not like I intentionally want to praise the person. I'm this kind of person that is genuinely caring. So I just ask, how are you? I hope you're well, this and that. Over time, just me being caring, just me being genuinely interested in their well-being has earned me a place in their hearts. And I find myself in their circle. It's all about intentionality. It's all about having the right mindset. Keep adding, and while you're doing that, keep adding value to yourself. They're going to see you. They see you. I don't think they don't. You see these people that you're looking up to. Some of them, they notice you. They're watching you. It is when you finally get in contact with them that they are. Wait, you knew me? Be intentional. Be intentional. Do you have any other question? Do I have any other question? It's almost 10 p.m. Do I have any other question? If you enjoyed this session, please give me your fire emojis. Please, 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 please give me your fire emojis. Let me see them in the comments. Peer pressure. I like peer pressure. I don't even consider the negative aspect anymore. I consider the positive. I mean, there's a point you will get to in your life. Conventional ideas don't even make sense to you anymore because you are in a different frequency. When I hear peer pressure now, I don't think of anyone making me to do what does not tally with my values or what doesn't honor my values. When I think peer pressure, I think of someone pushing me to be the best version of myself. Maybe not directly, but just by seeing that person do what they are doing, I am spurred to do more. Sis Faith, I see your fire emoji. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you very much. So I will be going off now in the next 3 minutes. Do I have more questions? If you have more questions, please drop in the comments. Let's see if we can tackle it before 10 p.m. I'll be going off once it is 10 p.m. Thank you very much for tuning in. You are the real deal. Thank you. Every one of you who has been joining. Omolola Onifade, thank you. Very Nancy, thank you. Sister Faith Akoyi, thank you. Mr. Lucky Nathan, thank you. Jennifer Chichi, thank you, Mommy. Rebecca and Anagabo. I don't know how to pronounce it. Rebecca, you always join. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Who else? Chinere Joy, thank you. Who else do I have here? 10 people watching, but not many people commented. Omolola is asking, this may be non-related, but how do I deal with limiting beliefs? I already have a Facebook, a YouTube session. I was invited for a session on YouTube where I talked about limiting beliefs. All right, so send me a message personally, and I'm going to give you the link to that. Or you could search limiting beliefs Chinaza Favour on YouTube. You are going to see it. All right, it's going to take a very long while if I am to start talking about limiting beliefs here. So I will not be able to do that right now. AGK All Weather, can you please rephrase your question? You're asking, what do you? I don't get it. Please ask your question again. Rebecca, I see your fire emoji. Ebere Nancy, I see your fire emoji. Thank you everyone for tuning in. You all are just amazing, absolutely amazing. You are the founding members of Honest Conversations with Chinaza Favour here on YouTube, and I don't take you for granted. I don't take your views. I don't take your presence for granted. You are the reason I'm here. You are the reason I'm still showing up. Thank you very much. Even though if it were one person or nobody that joined, I would have still continued. But you being here, your presence here just makes it all worth it for me. Thank you. I appreciate you. And if you're watching the replay, thank you for coming back to watch it. I appreciate you. I honor you. Thank you. Thank you. Ejike Weather says, what do you do when you feel that you're not doing enough? Considering that the people in your network is doing, considering what the people in your network is doing, even though you're putting in your best. The best, that best is relative. Is it really your best? No, it's not. What you think is your best is not your best. Believe me, honestly, it's not your best. My mentor will tell you, it's not about doing your best. Your best might not be good enough. It's about doing what is required. Who do you want to be? What do you want to be? Who do you want to become? Right? What are those things that the people in your circle are doing that you want to be doing? How are they doing it? They don't have two heads. They may have found a way that works and they are pushing through. They are doing it. So your best is not good enough. You're not doing your best. Like what you think you're functioning at, that is your best, is not your best. Believe me. how strong you think you are is just about 20% of your real strength. Do you know that? 20% of your real strength. Because if you are pushed to the wall and you know that there's no other place I can go to, the strength with which you push back that challenge, the strength with which you push back that challenge will show you that I actually had potential energy all this while. Why wasn't I pushing hard enough? Because you have not been pushed to the wall. But now that you had been pushed to the wall, you are pushing back with every strength that you have because you don't want to be crushed by that pressure. So when the people in your circle are doing so well, ask them, what are you doing? How are you doing this? You're not doing your best. That is the truth. You are not doing your best. And even if you are doing your best, it's not good enough. So do what is required. If you warrant that you learn new skills, learn it. The goal is to achieve what you are aiming at. So whatever skill that you need to learn, whatever thing that you need to add to your skill set, whatever behavior, whatever discipline you need to have to be able to achieve that goal, you can do it. Just add. So you're doing your best with the limited ability that you have. When you add more skill sets to what you already have, you see that it is possible for you to achieve anything you want to achieve. I hope that is clear. Rebecca, you said your question is up there. Where is it? I'm looking to find it. How do you attract your circle? How do you attract your circle? Be you. Be authentic. And by the way, something big is coming up in June. Be authentic. Be authentic. When you are building yourself, when you're developing yourself, the right people are going to come by. So you can search for the right circle and you can attract the right people to you. I am a magnet. I attract anybody that I want right now. See, those people that I look up to, they are watching. One of them followed me the other day and I was screaming, are you serious? Look, I showed it to my mate. I said, look who's following me. And he was very happy for me. They are watching. Just keep adding value to yourself. You keep attracting them and they will come. But also keep searching and keep improving. Keep doing what is required, not just your best. Keep doing what is required. Hello, Kwame from Ghana. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you. Victor Ituen, you are always here. Thank you for being here. I will be going off right now because it's already past 10 and we need to make space for those who will be watching live so that it will not be too long for them. All right. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I appreciate you and I hope to see you next week. Honest Conversations comes up now every Thursday by 9 p.m. Every Thursday by 9 p.m. That is why we have Chinaza Favour TV. It is a conversation that is weekly. Every Thursday, you are sure that we are having a conversation. So even if I don't put out any notification out there that we are live, you can always come here by 9 p.m. and you will see me talking. So let's keep having these conversations. And if there is any conversation that you want me to have, if there's any topic that you want us to discuss here that we have not already discussed, please send them to my email, chinazafavour408@gmail.com, or you can send them to my DMs on any of my social media platforms, and I'll add them to our list of topics because I have lots of them to discuss. Every week, new topics and mind-blowing sessions are going to come up. So as time goes on, we will be having guest speakers who will be sharing their thoughts with us here. It's going to be amazing. But for now, let's keep having this conversation, just you and me. Let me just keep hosting you until we have the capacity to have more speakers with us. All right. Thank you for being here. And I hope you have a very wonderful night's rest. And see you next week, same time, same station, Same person. Next week we'll be discussing boundaries, and you don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss it for anything. I'll be breaking lots of tables. I'll be shattering lots of tables. So get ready. Get ready. It's going to be an amazing time as usual. Thank you. I love you so much, and have a beautiful night rest. Bye.